Good morning, happy Friday, and welcome back to the NOFO Live Show, where I, Sunita, along with my co-host Tracy, we hop on every Friday and talk about all things North Fork. Sorry, woke up a little late this morning. The busy season on the North Fork has started. So I think if you know me in real life, then you know that I like to lead a quiet, simple life with a lot of free time in between, meaning I don't like to book several things in one weekend or one week, but there's so much to do on the North Fork and the FOMO is real. So I think this week alone, I've been to so many places. Where shall we start? The Mattatuck Strawberry Festival. Oh my God, if you haven't been and you want to experience the whole carnival, fun, community, they're on through the weekend. And I think on Father's Day, they have a Father's Day entry free with a child and whatever. They have fireworks at night. They have food trucks. But the part that we went to, which is really cute, and if you haven't been, you need to definitely go next year, is what is called Hulling Night. And on Wednesday night, before the carnival fully opens, I mean, it is now open on Wednesday as well, but before it fully opens, a lot of local volunteers, everybody can come in. And there's hundreds and hundreds of strawberries that need to be hulled. And I keep saying shucked, but hulled, meaning the greens need to be taken off so that they can then all be used to make daiquiris and chocolate covered strawberries and all of that good stuff. And that was such a fun night. And I even got to take a ride on a monster truck with Tilly. So that was really cool. Let's see what else. The weather's been gorgeous. So I've been doing a lot of actually got to lounge poolside at a friend's house and have lunch like ladies who lunch. So that was fun. And then last night, the Shoals, the hotel had like a Friends of Shoals celebration, and they invited us because they're now carrying our bags and beach robes. And Chef Cheo is there making some delicious nibbles. So if you haven't been, I mean, the hotel is redone and they have dockside food and sunset vibes. It was really beautiful. And that was a lot of fun. But so today feels like a little bit of a Monday for me. Sounds like I've done a lot of weekend stuff, but we're excited. Tracy's running a minute late. So a lot of extra hugs and getting ready for summer. So our guest today is Valerie. Valerie, oh, there you are. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Are you starting to feel like this is the busy season on the North Fork and everything is just open?
Well, yes and no. It's obviously a really nice time of year. Everything is just blooming
Well, I saw
crazy and
you at I forgot to mention, I saw you at the First Fridays in Mattatuck. That was another great event.
yes, yep. So I'm usually like a face that people will see, on the North Fork, at festivals like the Loveland Street Fair, the Strawberry Festival, actually, I'm a vendor at,
Oh,
and First Fridays. Yeah. So I'm usually around.
okay, let's dive in and start intros while we wait for Tracy. Like I said, today's Tilly's last day at school for this year, so she's going to be a couple of minutes late. Let's introduce everybody who you are and what your business is.
Okay. So my name is Valerie DeFio. I'm with a company called Touchstone Crystal by Swarovski. We are brand ambassadors for Swarovski. We have a gorgeous quality fashion jewelry line, a little more upscale collection, and we offer like services to help people shop personally for all kinds of things. Offer ladies a fun night with their friends. I do vendor events to meet new people and just kind of be around so that if anybody is looking for something that I offer, then they think of me. So.
Well, and who doesn't love a little bling? So I just want to say first, I love your Instagram handle, like Sparkle with Val. I mean, how much more fun can that be? Good morning, Tracy. How are you?
Good
Morning.
morning. Sorry I'm late. Last
That's
day of
okay.
school.
We were sharing with the world about your day. I wish I could give Tilly a hug this morning. It was so fun to see her, even though at the Strawberry Festival. She is the cutest. She's growing into this.
I love when we go to annual events and you can see the difference between, I mean, last year she was sitting in a stroller, not participating, and this year she was hulling strawberries right along with us.
I should make a video because I have a video of you and her on that monster truck last year.
Oh,
And I think this year you
yeah.
have a video of you and me. So that'll be fun to be like, just maybe,
Yeah.
maybe we can get really creative and suddenly
have it turn into you. Yeah.
we're gonna figure out how that works.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Valerie.
Good morning, Valerie.
Good morning. How are you?
So
I'm
I was saying, I
sparkling.
love. How did you come up with Sparkle with Val? I love that name.
So I don't know. It was just actually I had something that probably I don't even remember what it was, but it just wasn't as much fun. So I was like, how can I kind of spruce up my Instagram? So my email is sparklewithvalerie at Gmail, but Valerie sometimes just on top of the whole long thing just seemed too long, so Sparkle with Val. So I like that.
Do people call you Val in real life normally, or is that you just shorten it for this?
Both. I think a lot of people have, started to gravitate more towards Val than Valerie, but I go by both.
So, so tell us a little bit about the jewelry. It's called Touchstone, but the parent company is Swarovski, or is it the other way around?
Yes. So the parent company, well, actually, they refer to us as their little sister,
I see.
which is kind of cute. So we're probably about 15 years old, and so they created this really fun fashion jewelry product that is, more for the everyday woman. Because I mean, personally, I find this Swarovski boutique jewelry to be really ornate. It's usually a little more funky, a little chunkier, a little more bobbly. And so they created this division, and they're really great. They treat us very well, and we use all the same fabulous crystals, beads, and pearls that our big sister Swarovski uses in their jewelry. And it's just a great partnership. They've more recently allowed us to sell some of the Swarovski figurines, and in our catalog. Sometimes they'll have like specials, around the holidays. But the last two catalogs, we actually had 2 pages of Swarovski figurines, and they are, we're offering like another Swarovski more exclusive service, which I can get into if somebody would like more information on that.
So you mentioned that you use the same pearls and crystals and everything. I'm sure we're all familiar with the name Swarovski, but tell us, like, what does that actually mean? What do they use?
So, well, in 1895, Daniel Swarovski believed that every woman, regardless of what your social status was, deserved to own a diamond. So he created the crystal cutting machine, and and then Swarovski was born. So they have a bunch of different divisions within. They have an eyeglass, binocular division, like a high-end division for that. They have a lighting division, us as their little sister. But they fabricate these crystal stones, and they just have the most amazing technology to, to cut them in such a way that they just
Sparkle.
the sparkle is,
They just
yeah,
sparkle.
the sparkle is just
They capture the
amazing.
light. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know so many women that will splurge and buy the real diamond, whatever real is, but then because they're concerned about its safety or whatever, will still then want to either own exactly similar or same in something that they can wear every day. So it's funny how much more we end up using the things that are not real, right? Because we're more comfortable walking around in them.
Right, they're more fun. I mean, because like my mom used to like call me Diamond Lil because pre-Touchstone, and actually August 1st is going to be 10 years for me, so I'm getting ready to celebrate my 10 year. So that's really exciting. But before that, my mom used to call me Diamond Lil because I only wore real diamonds and gold. And a friend had hosted, their own girls' night. So I thought, you know what? This is great jewelry for travel,
Yeah.
so you can still be accessorized, but, don't, leave home with all your, really expensive pieces. And as
So
gold and diamonds have actually gone up in price over the years, not everybody can afford the real deal. Plus, sometimes it's just more fun. The colors are prettier, or you can afford to have more of it and accessorize more.
Mm-hmm.
so let me ask you. You said you got into it when you went to a party that someone hosted.
Mhm.
So tell me how that works. Because the way I look at it, or correct me if I'm wrong, almost like a real estate agent, you are your own small independent business within a larger corporation. Is that how it works?
Correct. So we're Swarovski's direct sales division. So we offer ladies a fun night with their friends. So say you wanted to be a host, you would invite your friends and family over for a fun sip and sparkle, or a splash and sparkle this time of year, or Java and Jules if wine is not your thing, or a Margarita Monday, or fun. We have all kinds of great fun themes like flip flops
We
and
need
shop.
that for No for Life, Tracy. We need to come up with everything you're throwing out there. I'm like, that sounds fun.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, so then, you invite your friends over, and, I mean, we're so busy, like women are busier than ever before in the history of the universe. So we need time to kick back. Like you said, your friend had a little pool thing, and that was
It
fun.
was like
So
only 3 hours or whatever, but it was so wonderful. And we sat on her pool couch and we go, can you imagine on a random weekday, like this is what we do? Who would have pictured it, right? Because it's the
yeah,
rest of the time everybody's busy doing their stuff, but it's just nice to randomly go, wow, we're just lounging and having
right.
lunch.
Right. So when I pose it to a potential host, they say, I'd love to treat you to a fun night off with your friends and take a break from the chaos, because that's really what it is. We need to embrace our own, time, and kick back and have a little fun once in a while,
I
because
think you're
a
talking
happy mom.
directly to Tracy now.
Yeah, I don't doubt, because that doesn't even apply to my life at this point. We don't have time off.
Right, exactly. So that's, it's like you need to take a couple hours for yourself and just kick back and have fun and enjoy your friends, and shop bling, and treat yourself to some of your product, your favorites for free. So it's a nice process, and I think we don't take enough time for ourselves.
So what is you were saying, the price point. What is the price point generally for this line?
So I'd say probably half our line at this point is $60 or less. 90% of it is 105 or less, because our best-selling bracelets, our ice bracelets, are 105, and there's 40 of those. And then we always have like some really great specials, like if you see, and then there's some specials, like special sales, or closeouts, or last chance. There's a last chance tab on our website where some pieces are deeply discounted if you're on a stricter budget. And then, but if you spend $100, then you get any additional full price item at 50% off, which is a nice benefit. And if somebody's actually interested in getting a few ladies together, I will gift you any item up to $100, or an ice bracelet, which includes that, for as a booking gift, in addition to all the free jewelry you have in the fun.
So you host parties and you mentioned website and a catalog, but I have also seen you, like we just mentioned, at the First Fridays event, and you said you have a booth at the Strawberry Festival. So do you also then have items in stock? Because typically in the past, and I'm talking back in the 90s, when I've gone to events like this, you have to order and then you wait for it to come.
Right.
But you obviously seem to have items on hand that you can just instant gratification.
Right. So that's very true. So if I do an event, what I usually do is I will sell it off my table if it's certainly saleable, because I mean, just from lugging things around, and,
The
sometimes,
display.
things just,
The display, yeah.
yeah.
I'm starting to learn that a lot about my own bags.
Uh,
But if if anybody, meets me at an event and they see something that they like and I have it there and it's, a good saleable piece, then I will sell it off my table. I process the order in your name so that it activates the warranty. And then I have it sent to me to replace mine so that you get your immediate gratification.
Okay.
And then I pick up the shipping charge. So I don't pass that shipping charge along to anybody, but the same
Otherwise, the
sales.
booth is more like a display where I can see the items and then I would order them and you would send them to me. Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you had me over to do a party or something like that, then I would prefer to, have everything ordered. And it only takes a couple of days because Swarovski headquarters is in Cranston, Rhode Island. So it's very quick.
Okay.
I didn't know that. Huh.
And you've been doing this obviously for 10 years. So you obviously love, I mean, I can't believe Tracy and I, this is our fifth year. So
Yeah.
it just made me think, oh my God, will we be sitting here saying this is our 10th year? That's a long time to be doing something, Val.
Yeah, it is.
So no, I love it. There's not, I mean, it's it's so nice to like make women feel beautiful. I mean, I've had some of my hostesses like call me crying, because they got their jewelry and it just, there's something magical about it. It makes you feel pretty. It just makes you feel good. And that's so, so rewarding for me and empowering.
Do you do like how do you publicize the parties? Is it just the host that publicizes their own party, or do you also then let people know when you're doing a party?
So, I mean, if I'm doing my own, I will reach out to, to my contacts or my contacts on my website, through my website or through my social media. And then I have, I'll make direct contacts. But if somebody wanted to host, then yes, we have tools to help them come up with like a really nice, well-rounded guest list, and it incorporates different groups within your, self. So, like maybe neighbors, maybe families, and then I would set you up with a customized text message, including a link where they can preview, shop, or RSVP. And, and we make it sound fun, because it is fun, and, it's like, you don't want to say, oh, I'm having a jewelry party, I want you to come, I'm getting the girls together for a fun sip and sparkle with Touchstone Crystal. We're going to have a lot of fun. I hope you can make it, So everything is all about the way you approach things.
So back to my pool party thing, not a party, but I said it was a party. I was like, oh, it was a gathering. It's different. But
Right.
we were talking and there was no alcohol involved because it was the middle of the day. But one of our friends sent us this reel and it was women in all the reel, and it was called the Moo and Margarita Party. And I was thinking, because the idea of a moo is you don't ever think can hang out, you don't care. So I'm just thinking it should be like a moo and margarita and a sparkle party. Just wear your moo, come comfortable.
You get it,
Yeah.
We're
like
like, we're
whoever has the most fun moo or the most sparkly moo can get a gift or something.
there you go.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, feel free to add that to your sparkle list. But we are planning on having our own moo and
Yeah.
margarita party.
I'll go to that one. Can I give you
Well,
a
I'm
gift?
gonna bring the moo for everybody because actually
Oh,
I bought robes for everybody because that's kind of halfway how it started. But these women really were rocking their moo. So yeah,
well, I'm a big fan of pajama parties too.
for the
We've
same
we've
reason.
now we've now transitioned all family events to pajamas because it started with my birthday last year where I was like, I cannot. Can we just all wear our pajamas or sweatpants? So it was like super sweatpants night. And
Yeah, but
Well,
even with sweatpants, you can wear sparkly
yes,
earrings and.
sweatpants and
well, see, that's
sparkles.
very funny because we do actually have more like, usually around like the holidays or like in January and February, we do have like a jammies and jewels or a sweats and sparkle theme.
Yes,
There you go. There you go. Well, Stephanie wants to come. I think if NOFO Live has a Moo and Margarita party, this is good. Maybe we pick a local beach,
yes.
watch sunset, bring some sparkle, call it a night.
I
Absolutely.
like that.
We're gonna
Those.
work on that. We're gonna work on that. At least I have the cover ups now to go with it. It may
Yeah,
not be technically moo but it's close enough.
it
You
is
just wrap
close
yourself in it.
enough. It
It's
is
close
close
enough.
enough.
Yes,
I know.
yes, yes, yes. So, Val, how did you
Yeah.
find your way to the North Fork?
So, I mean, I grew up here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
So yeah, my parents moved to Mattock when I was 2. and I am 57, so I've been here for 55 years.
Wow.
I mean, I did leave Long Island for, college, and I did work in my college area, for a while. So I was out of Long Island for about 9 years, and I moved back in 1995. Yeah.
And you're in Mattituck.
I am in Manitowoc. Yeah.
It's a beautiful town. I
It
love
is.
it.
It
I
was
mean, Love Lane,
great
a town
place.
that has
Yep.
Love Lane in it.
Yeah.
Great place to grow up and a great place to live now. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you've seen some serious changes from when you were little and went to school here to what you see today, not just, from 95, but you kind of have experienced the life here with the potato farms or fields, cornfields and potato farms.
Yeah.
Is it a
Yeah, there
farm
was
or a field?
actually a potato field directly behind my house.
And what's there today?
Um, it's all overgrown because it's by the Mattituck
Oh, it's
Airport. My
still a field
mom.
though. It's still open and a
There's a
field.
Mattituck airport?
There
How did
is an
I
airport in
not
Mattituck.
know this? Is it active or old? Like out of commission?
I mean,
I've seen it.
occasionally, like helicopters or planes will take off and land from there, but it's not really open.
I've
They,
seen
Wow.
the sign, but I've never been to it. I've seen the little sign for it somewhere.
Wow.
yeah, yeah,
Learn
yeah,
something new every show.
yeah.
I did not know that.
Maybe,
So now it's all overgrown.
maybe.
Yeah, because the airstrip, is still there, and then there's like all overgrown brush, and then my mom's house is, on the other side of that. Yeah, it's off in
So
New Suffolk Avenue.
you're still near your mom then.
So my mom lives a mile and a half from me. Yeah,
That's great. That's
Well,
yeah.
great. Me too.
how far is your mom,
A mile and
Tracy?
a half. Yep.
Well, mine is a 19-hour airport right away,
Yeah.
but just throwing that in there.
Oh wow.
Well, Val, we usually ask the same 5 questions of everybody at the end of the show. So, if you were going to take Sunita and I out for a meal, where would you take us? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
So it all depends on the specific time of year, but since we're in June right now and the weather is so pretty, and my favorite spot this time of year is Windermere, over at Strong's Water Club, because
Yes.
it's so pretty there, and usually they have live music like every weekend, most days. Like I think it's like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, something like that. So so that's really nice. It's just such a pretty spot, and the food's good, and yeah.
Tilly and I just joined the water club, so maybe we'll see you there.
Oh, very nice. And actually, they do let me set up from time to time, so
Oh, nice.
so I might be there too. So yeah.
That's great. That's great. Okay, what's your favorite spot in Mattituck to catch a sunrise or a sunset?
Well, I am not early enough to sunrise because I am not a morning person, but I really like like Town Beach. I've gone there so many times, at the right time, and it's just gorgeous because I don't often have times to stop and like take pictures,
The Town
but
Beach in Southold, you mean?
yeah, the
Yeah.
Town Beach in
I love
Southold
it
is
because it's
just,
so accessible. Like your car can pull up. You don't even have to get out of the car and you get the full experience.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it's such a great spot. Yep.
Yeah.
And even sound view, if you happen to be having dinner over at the Halyard, I guess it is now,
Yeah.
it's just a great spot to have dinner
Well,
too and watch the
well,
sun.
you said the Halyard it is now. So what did it used to be?
It used to be just this
Yeah,
sound
it was
view.
just the sound
Oh.
view. The sound view had a restaurant.
Called Sound
but-
View. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I don't remember when that transition happened. I guess it happened at some point, but
I do because I remember in 2016 it was all closed down and shut down. So it was right
when they
around
redid when they
2017,
did the planting. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Brewery, winery, cocktail, mocktail. What might we see you enjoying and where?
So, I don't really have a specific favorite, but some of the places that I've liked that I frequent, well, everybody's got to go to the Valise, at least once in their
I have
life.
never been. I need to go.
Okay, you have to go because even I've been.
Okay. You haven't been to Little Fish, so I'm not taking
Okay,
your.
fine.
Everybody has to go to the
But
Valise.
really,
It'll
do
be
I
fun.
need to go? Seriously, I
You
want to
do.
know.
You
You
do. It's
do?
like a
Okay.
traditional dive bar.
It's
Okay.
actually
Yeah.
that one of the top 10 dive bars on Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to go.
Maybe that's where the moo-moos and margaritas are happening.
I don't know. I think it's a little dark for the momos and
Okay.
margaritas,
Well,
but
that's perfect. Then nobody can see anything. You know what I
See, you can take your moo off and nobody will see.
yeah.
mean? Okay. Now,
Now we're
okay. Let me
seeing
process that.
another side of Val.
Let me process. That's how dark it is.
It's like
Wow.
No, not
it's
quite
like
that
a
bad.
Okay.
traditional dark. Like you can go in on a bright sunny day, and you go in, and it's like you went into a cave.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna make it happen. I'll make little fish happen for you, and you make broken down Valise happen for
Sounds
me.
good.
Is it the broken down Valise or just the Valise?
The Belize is what us, like locals,
Locals
called
call
it
it. Okay. Okay. We got it.
BDV, BDV, the broken down Belize, the
Oh,
Belize, Belize.
oh, interesting.
Great.
Okay. See,
So you go to First
never heard
Friday and
it
then go
called
to the Belize
BDV.
after.
Yeah, yeah. And
So
then
you go to
take the
First
train
Friday and then
home.
go to the Belize after.
Yeah.
Oh, just a
So
quick
what?
note. The first Friday, because I was looking it up. It's so much fun. They're not having it in July
Correct.
because it happens to fall on the holiday weekend. So if you're looking forward to it, the next one is August.
Okay.
And it's the
Correct.
first Friday of the month. So whatever date that is, look it up.
Correct.
So what farm stands do you generally visit, and what do you like to get there?
So my favorite, most everyday one is Woax. They are just east of the Little Red Schoolhouse in Laurel. They're on the north side of the road, so it's like a little tractor, and she's got like two like trailers, if you will, I guess, that have vegetables on them. So that is a great place. Yeah,
Oh,
and then
how fun.
uh, and
Did
then
you
my
see
favorite
Steven says
place
everybody
for
goes to the Valise after a show?
Oh my God, that is so funny.
That's great.
After every show, are you kidding me? Okay, that's where they go to decompress. Good to
Yeah.
know. We can get autographs. Can we get autographs in there? Okay, now I definitely have to go at least after a show.
Yeah. Sorry, Val, we cut you off. So where else do you like to go?
And then my favorite place for corn, of course, is Harbs. They have the best corn.
Did not know that.
Yep.
That's good.
Is that the place that has the vat of butter that they can dunk it in, or is that Bayview? Or
That's
both?
Bayview. That's
I think
Bayview.
Carbs
Do
also has
they
like a
also do it?
butter.
Yeah,
I
Bayview
think.
does it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready. I mean, I don't want to rush it, but I'm ready for corn season. When I went to, where did I go to? Oh, the dock diving contest. I forgot to even mention that. The Greenport Fire Department was there cooking food, and on the grill they were roasting corn, and that was like the
Ooh,
first time corn in summer. So, and I was like, it was really good, by the way. I mean, the dock diving weekend was good, but the corn and the food from the fire department was really good too. So, I've been doing a lot in the last week. I need a
good for
nap.
you. Well, Val, tell us, obviously you've been a part of the North Fork community for such a long time, but tell us why you love being a part of the community and why you love living here.
Well, having grown up here, I mean, it's just such a pretty place, and the people are generally nice. I also work for the town of Southold, so sometimes you get some cranky pants, but 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 I love it. It's a pretty place. The beaches are nice. It's just there's so much to do and see here. Between like if you want to go winery hopping, that you have any dozen number of places, and the business owners here, are just really inviting, and they're very, they very supportive of me, and they will have me do all kinds of great stuff. And actually, one thing I just want to do a quick shout out to George Gianaris and Maria with the Hellenic. They're doing a Saturday morning market every Saturday from 9 to 12 between now and like the third week in October. And so, they have some really nice artisans. They had different people are going to be there every week, but they had a sourdough bread person there with all kinds of great products made with sourdough. There was a lady who had like straw, like woven bags, and I was there last week. I won't be back until early July, but but they have some really great things there, and everybody's just so so just really supportive. So I really like that, and it's
Well,
pretty. It's just very pretty here.
It
speaking
is.
of supportive, we have to give a shout out to the web group because that's where we met you first, right? And it's great to have a
Yeah,
network of so many small business owners to be able to connect and then collaborate and, come up with ideas of what to do together. And so many, I don't want to say necessarily new businesses, but so many new collaborations that happen there, that's great. And I know that you had I think it was at the holiday web gathering where where a lot of the little businesses brought their products and you had a little setup for that as well, right?
at Sanino's. Actually, I wasn't part of the holiday showcase one because I don't know. I had a conflict.
Ah,
I had a crazy November and December, but yes, I in November, Melinda let
oh,
me
you
set up
sponsored
that
one of the
Sanino.
weeks. Yes, months. Yes. All right. Okay.
Yes,
But
that
that's
was
but
really
that
nice.
yeah, but it's great, like you said, giving a shout out to the ways in which this community allows or encourages each business to show up and thrive and be seen. I think it's great. I
Yeah,
think it's fantastic. And how lucky are we to live in an environment where that can happen.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, Val. And
Oh,
Okay, that wasn't
Sunita,
me.
I think you got a call. So all we
oh,
saw was a Muppet mouth moving, but no
oh,
words.
sorry. I just wanted to give Val an opportunity. Are there ways for people to join and become a consultant as well? Do you have that plan in place as well? And if so, how can someone go about that?
Absolutely. So no, we have a great business opportunity, and being part of Swarovski is amazing. They treat us so very well with all of our incentives, our commission structure, our support and training. So absolutely. And I just came back from Italy. I went
Wow.
on an incentive trip that I earned last fall. I just came back earlier in the month of May,
Oh, how
and
fun.
it was amazing. So we went from Barcelona to Majorca and Florence
Wow.
and Rome and Naples. So they treat us so very well. So yes, there absolutely is. You need a consultant to help mentor you and train you. So I would be more than happy to speak to anybody who might be interested in a little side hustle, whether it's for travel money or you need a car payment or help with college or just looking for something fun to do. So absolutely.
Great to know. And I
Um,
just before we go, there's a question here about the weekly market. I think they're talking about the one at the
Oh, and
Hellenic.
Hellenic. Uh-huh.
Yeah, Hellenic. So do they have stuff on their Instagram page or their website?
They do. I would reach out to the restaurant. George has been in charge of like setting up the vendors for that. So if you call the restaurant or if you go on the website, there might be, actually, I think on his website, he has a link to for interest in becoming a vendor. But feel free to reach out to me, and I can, you can send me a message on Instagram, and I can put you in touch with him if you need
and
more
that's on
information.
Saturdays, correct?
Saturday
Okay.
mornings from 9 to
Okay.
12.
And then on Fridays, there's another farmers market in Greenport from 2 to 5:30. So it's really wonderful to be able to walk around and get the things you want. And like you said, there's different farmers or vendors or food producers at different weeks. So, browse around, and it sounds like a great idea for the happy summer season.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Val. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we'll see you next Friday.
Thank you,
Bye.
ladies,
Happy weekend.
very
Bye.
much. Appreciate it.